Coming up, former President Donald Trump has been indicted on 7 counts for mishandling classified documents. Reaction from Trump himself and what's next for the former president. And Texas officials deploy a new tactic at the U.S.-Mexico border. A buoy border wall is now afloat. The rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. For the first time in U.S. history, a former president has been indicted on federal charges. President Donald Trump has been charged by the Justice Department on 7 counts for mishandling classified documents. Trump taking to Truth Social to announce the indictment and proclaiming his innocence.
They go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far, and did much better the second time in the election than the first. And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. This has been going on for 7 years. They can't stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person.
Trump has been charged for the retention of national defense information in violation of the Espionage Act, conspiracy and obstruction, among other things. The indictment has sparked fury in Republicans who claim the DOJ is politically weaponized. The House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, and Elon Musk are a few who were quick to come to the president's defense. Before the news broke of Trump's charges, President Biden defended the Justice Department's independence, saying he has no say-so in what cases the DOJ pursues. The announcement comes as Trump leads the GOP field of 2024 presidential hopefuls, and 3 months after he faced 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in New York. The next step, President Trump's staff and security will be meeting with the U.S. Secret Service to arrange plans for his travel and arraignment, which is expected to be next Tuesday in Miami federal court. Texas has installed a floating border wall made up of buoys to prevent illegal crossings across the Rio Grande River along the Texas-Mexico border. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signing a numerous amount of bills on Thursday to boost border security and unveiled images of its buoy border wall that he says will be implemented pretty much immediately. The buoys are military grade, about 4 feet high, equipped with weights and netting. They're designed to rotate in order to keep people from scaling them. The state so far purchasing 1,000 feet worth for $1 million, deploying them in Eagle Pass, described as ground zero for illegal border crossings. This idea isn't new. President Trump wanted buoys along the border back in 2020. This effort by Governor Abbott and Texas officials is the latest at the state level to secure the U.S.-Mexico border.
Nobody needs to be coming between the ports of entry. It's dangerous. Family units that come across the river between the ports of entry are risking themselves and their family members. They're putting themselves in harm's way. And the only one that benefits, the only one that is enabled, enriched, and empowered are the Mexican cartels when that happens.
6 border security bills were signed by the governor on Thursday. Among them, a bill that classifies Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorists, a bill that authorizes the Texas Military Department to use drones to help secure the border, and a bill that helps Texas ranchers living in border communities who have had their agriculture properties damaged by illegal immigrants, providing them up to $75,000 per incident. It was also revealed yesterday that a total of 11 states have now sent members of their National Guard to Texas to help secure the border. New York City Public Schools, the largest school district in the U.S., will switch to remote learning today as a result of ongoing concerns over hazardous air quality in the area, according to the Department of Education. This comes as smoke from wildfires in Canada have moved across the American Northeast this week, prompting warnings from health officials about unhealthy air quality levels. The New York Department of Environmental Conservation announced today that local air quality has improved to moderate overnight for the first time since Monday. Predicted heavy rainfall later this weekend is expected to bring relief. The U.S. Supreme Court delivered a surprising ruling Thursday that will force the state of Alabama to redraw district lines before next year's election. The highest court found the state was in violation of the Voting Rights Act by not fairly representing its black population. In a 5-4 decision, with conservative justices John Roberts and Brett Kavanaugh aligning with the court's liberals, the court decided the state's current congressional map discriminates against voters. The justices struck down Alabama's Republican-drawn map, which only included one majority black district out of 7, despite more than 1/4 of the state's population being black. The ruling means Alabama will have to redraw its congressional map to include a second majority black district. General Motors is now the second company to reach a deal with Tesla for access to 12,000 of its electric vehicle chargers in North America. GM plans to adopt Tesla's charging port design in its future production of EVs and use adapters that fit Tesla chargers. Tesla and Ford came to a similar agreement last month. As a result of this deal, GM expects to save up to $400 million. This move could also influence the government to invest in Tesla's charging technology, as the Biden administration is investing billions in building out an EV charging network. You know those texts you receive from unknown numbers, sometimes with typos, asking you to click on a suspicious link? These text messaging scams have cost Americans hundreds of millions of dollars. Scammers doubled their profits off text scams in 1 year and quadrupled their earnings using this scheme in just 3 years. In a newly published FTC scam report, we now know the most common type of text these scammers are sending. The most common and most costly to Americans were texts that appeared to be sent from your bank. Bogus gifts and fake package delivery text came in at a close second. Phony job offers came in third, and texts that appeared to be security alerts from Amazon came in fourth. Even though scammers are making double profits, the number of unsolicited texts actually decreased year over year, but it still accounts for more than 1/5 of all fraud cases. So be careful with what you click on. These are your top stories. Thanks for joining us for the rundown. We're on a mission to bring back trustworthy journalism by serving only you, not an agenda. Be sure to check out more of our work at straightarrownews.com. And you can also find the latest rundown episodes available as a podcast on all major podcast platforms. We'll see you back here next week. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.